He's one of the greatest coaches in the game, and while we are still a few weeks out from the start of basketball season, Auburn basketball head coach Bruce Pearl is spending some time endorsing a musical that is near and dear to his heart. Coach Pearl is joining us live now. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Sally, it's great to be with you. I don't know about this great coach stuff, but I do know one thing. It's your birthday on Friday.
It is my birthday Friday.
An early happy birthday.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. We're talking today about the We'll Meet Again, a new American musical. I know this is really special to you and your wife, Brandy. You made a generous donation after seeing this in Opelika.
Sally, we saw it a year ago, and we walked out of there having laughed and cried and tapped our foot to the Andrews Sisters World War II type music, and we just left the auditorium going, people need to see this. Everybody in the country needs to see this. Everybody from Alabama needs to see this. Anybody that lives in a small town needs to see this. Anybody that loves their country needs to see this, because it's a story about Henry Stern right here in Opelika, Alabama, who came here when he was just 5 years old, fleeing the Holocaust. Much of his family perished because they were left behind. And he went on to live a wonderful life and was just kind of a hometown hero in Opelika, Alabama. Went to Auburn, was grateful for the opportunities that he had, and he's got an incredible story to tell. A book was written, a musical was made, and it's running throughout the state. And guess what? It's coming to Montgomery, Alabama on the 26th of September. I've seen it several times, and it's incredible.
Do you feel like you get something new every time you see it?
I do, and honestly, I cry every time I see it, even though I know what's about to happen. The dancers are wonderful. The musicians are great. The performers. It's almost like they're real life. It's almost like they're the real Henry Stern, the real people in his life, and they do it with such commitment and such passion. But we don't tell enough stories, Sally, about what a great country this is. You know, our country saved the world in the 1940s. And yes, we have our challenges with immigration, but we're also a country of immigrants. And, you know, my family would not have been here if this country didn't welcome my grandparents, you know, when they were coming over from Ternopil or from Warsaw, from Odessa. And they were able to come here, and they were able to, you know, live the American dream. And so it's a great story. I'll be there, by the way. I'm going to be there on the 26th. I've not been able to make many of these shows. I made the one at Opelika, the one in Auburn. It's going to be in Mobile this weekend. I can't get there, but I'll be there on the 26th. I hope I see you there as well.
Yeah, I know a lot of folks are going to want to come out and see this when it's clear how much it has impacted you. What do you want people to get from this production?
Well, one of the cool things about it is we're going to have students from the high schools and the middle schools in Montgomery that are going to get this opportunity to come see it for free. The Yellowwood Jimmy Rain Foundation, Alabama Power, Blue Cross Blue Shields, Stone Martin Builders, Scott Bridge Company, and the Bruce Pearl Family Foundation are the sponsors of this production. And we want people to just, first of all, they're going to enjoy it. It's going to be an entertaining evening. That's more than anything. It's going to be a fun evening. But they'll leave there feeling good about their country, feeling good about small town Alabama, and feeling good about the role that our country played in saving the world and saving this family.
I know there in Lee County, there's been so much support in the community for this. You talked about what a great country this is. Do you hope it reignites some of that patriotism we've seen?
I hope so. You know, it shouldn't take the world being at war for us to love our country. You know, we are not a perfect union, and we point out the challenges all the time. You know, I'm in the world of basketball, so I'm coaching African American student athletes, about 95% of the players I've had, and so I'm in that fight for them to make sure that they understand there are going to be obstacles, but not roadblocks. And there were obstacles to Henry Stern's life coming over here. But they weren't roadblocks, and they're navigable, and the opportunities are there. And so yes, it's definitely a feel-good classical musical, and I think people that have seen it are going to want other people to see it as well. I would imagine that this thing could be on Broadway a year from now.
We would love to see it. Coach Pearl, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate your time.
Sally, thank you so much for the time.
Again, you can catch
And War Eagle.
War Eagle, September 26th at the Montgomery Performing Arts Center. Starts at 7 o'clock.